Public discourse around accountability, punishment, and redemption frequently sparks heated debate, especially when high-profile figures weigh in on sensitive topics. Matt Damon, the Oscar-winning actor known for roles in Good Will Hunting, The Bourne series, and The Martian, recently stirred controversy during an appearance on The Joe Rogan Experience. Joined by longtime friend and collaborator Ben Affleck, Damon discussed the phenomenon of cancel culture, arguing that its lifelong consequences can be harsher than traditional incarceration. Damon suggested that being publicly excoriated and ostracized carries a permanent stain far worse than serving a finite prison sentence. He posited that some individuals might prefer a short jail term, such as 18 months, after which they could declare their debt to society paid and move on. In contrast, the public shaming associated with cancellation, he claimed, never ends and follows a person to the grave. This view framed cancel culture as an unending punishment without the possibility of closure or rehabilitation that the justice system theoretically provides. Amanda Knox, the American woman wrongfully convicted in Italy for the 2007 murder of her roommate Meredith Kercher and imprisoned for nearly 4 years before her exoneration, swiftly pushed back. Knox, who has since become an advocate for criminal justice reform and media ethics, referenced Damon's 2021 film Stillwater. Directed by Tom McCarthy, the movie drew inspiration from her case but fictionalized key elements, including an ending that introduced ambiguity about the protagonist's innocence, something Knox had previously criticized as misleading and harmful. In a pointed tweet, Knox wrote that Damon's comments were, "another thing Matt Damon could have run by me before putting out into the world," highlighting the irony of him opining on prison-like suffering while having profited from a dramatization of her ordeal. She expanded on her stance in subsequent replies to commenters who defended Damon's perspective. When one user argued that canceled individuals face no redemption while prisoners can serve time and be done, Knox countered that prison carries its own profound, lasting stigma and trauma. She noted that suicide occurs in prisons as well, underscoring that incarceration is far from a tidy or temporary experience. "You don't get to go to prison in secret," she emphasized. "The process involves public exposure, family separation, loss of freedom, and psychological scars that persist long after release. Social reintegration is rarely straightforward, with employment barriers, housing challenges, and ongoing judgment mirroring aspects of cancellation." Knox's response challenged the notion that prison offers clean closure. She argued that both experiences, public shaming and incarceration, inflict deep, enduring harm, often without true resolution. Her lived experience lent weight to her words. Years in an Italian prison under intense global scrutiny left her with trauma that did not vanish upon exoneration. The comparison Damon drew, she implied, overlooked these realities and came across as out of touch from someone who has never endured either. This exchange highlights ongoing tensions and discussions of accountability. Damon's point resonated with those who see cancel culture as disproportionate or unforgiving, particularly in an era of viral outrage. Yet Knox's rebuttal reminded audiences that prison is not a neutral or preferable alternative. It's a brutal system with its own forms of lifelong punishment. Her critique also tied back to Stillwater, raising questions about how Hollywood adapts real-life injustices and whether creators consult those affected. Knox's advocacy continues to amplify marginalized voices in justice debates. By confronting Damon's remarks directly, she reframed the conversation around empathy, accuracy, and the human cost of both public condemnation and state punishment. The incident serves as a reminder that those with direct experience often provide the most nuanced perspectives on complex issues.